Hello all, I'm Sheikh Hadar, your coach and mentor in career transition from software engineering to product owner. Today we are going to talk about something really special, which is about product manager persona. I feel this is not discussed anywhere, and this is something very new, and it is nothing related to product management, but still very important. So that's why I have kept in day 2 of our product career launcher program. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe, as this is one of its kind of a program where it is absolutely free, and it is going to be a 100-day program for product management career. So do subscribe channel and take help from here to be a product manager from your software engineering background. The content that is provided over here is available in my Slack channel. The link is given in description and also in bio, where you can come and join my aspiring product managers Slack channel. So this is going to help you in clarifying whatever I have told you, and also the content and deck which is provided over here is given in this Slack channel. So you can come and engage yourself in discussion or on the content that is delivered over here. If you have any queries, I will answer them with the best of my knowledge in over chat. Before getting into this topic called as the product manager personality, I wanted to ask you a few questions. There is a situation where your junior has come to you and asked why this code is written this way and how you could take this decision, and why you want me to do this in this direction. So if you think about it, most of the times you may not be able to explain it clearly to your junior. Why? Because it's a hardwired mental model which has worked at that point of time, and which is clearly not explainable, or even if you explain, the other person may not understand it. Now, how can you become a product manager? There are two ways. One is you understand product management principles and go about it, or second thing is copying the best in class software product managers and building the same mental models that are running in their mind into you. Because for product management, there is no definite guide. This is all about instinct, strategic thinking, and many more things which are coming into place. How can you be creative when you are just asked to be creative? Or how can you be innovative when you are just asked to be innovative? So you have to have somebody in reference that how would this guy think if he was in this situation, or how should I think if this product has to be successful. Ask me whom I have followed. I have followed Florentino Perez. He is great president of Real Madrid football. So what does he has to do with product management? There is no connection at all. What I have taken from him is the mindset and the winning attitude that he has. So I really admire this guy and I follow this guy like anything, and I keep understanding what kind of thought processes would be going in his mind when he is taking certain decisions. It is not easy to win 34 trophies and many more achievements that he has done. You give it a try. Think about people who are really good at product management and watch their podcasts and YouTube channels and understand the decisions that they have made and how they came up to those decisions. So that will help you to build a personality within, which is exactly going to be a great product manager personality. Just follow somebody who is senior product manager and try to understand his mental model in product management. Now let's understand what are the tasks that are supposed to be done as a product manager. That may give you a hint on what kind of mental model would be required. So the first thing that we would need is understanding customer needs. The second thing is about defining product vision, and third thing is about working with cross-functional teams, and fourth thing is delivering products, and fifth thing is achieving business goals. When you are trying to achieve this job, so what you are supposed to do is build certain skills, and those skills can be performed effortlessly when you build them as a personality within you. If you can do this, then you can be a great product manager. Trust me, you can be a great product manager only when you build these skills into you as a personality, as a natural thing which helps you do things continuously in repeated fashion and effortlessly without any second doubt when you are taking decisions or when you are doing any performing any actions. then you don't have to think twice before taking that decision or before acting in such direction, because it is naturally coming to you since you have built this personality. So this is what is very important when you are going to build the product management career. Let's deep dive into what is required to be a product manager personality. So first thing is empathy, curiosity, active listening, visionary thinking, creativity, confidence, collaboration, adaptability, persuasiveness, detail oriented, decisiveness, resilience, result oriented, and strategic thinking, accountability. I believe some of them will be natural to you and some of them may not be natural to you, but you can build over time. After looking at this list, if you are still considering product management, I would appreciate you. And it is not easy to become a product manager. Certainly not easy to become a great product manager. So that is why they are called as CEOs of a product. And it is not an easy tag that you will earn, because you never ever get something for easy in this world. So you have to work on all these personality traits and you have to be better at each one of them by every day that passes on. Don't think product management as an easy thing where you learn certain subject and you become a product manager. You just apply some principles and you become a product manager. That is not the case. And if you are in that illusion, just come out of that illusion. And I'm not denying that you would need product management as a subject, but beyond that, this personality trait is what will make you the great product manager. Let me explain the personality trait, characteristic, skill, whatever you call it as. Let me explain each one of them, what we have discussed just now, in detail with respect to product management or product manager. So the first thing is about empathy. So empathy is something which is must for product manager, because day in day out you are trying to understand somebody else who is either customer, stakeholder, or a developer or a QA. So what you are trying to do is always trying to understand somebody and look at their pain points and solve their pain points. That is why you need to be really empathetic and you should understand somebody else's pain, and the solution that you provide should be really felt like you care about them. Let me explain about curiosity. So you have to be curious in your work when you are a product manager. But why you have to be curious is something very obvious. That you are leading the team and you are actually trying to compete with your competitors, and you have to have always an edge with your competitors. So without being curious, you will not be able to understand what other persons are doing or what your competitors are doing. It's not only about understanding your competitors but also following the trends. You have to be really curious, like how this is going to help your business or product. Or you can also think in a way that how the current systems are working. Be very much curious about that so that you can improve the processes. So curiosity has no end. So you have to be curious on each and everything that you see, observe, and feel. And you should always ask a question: why is this happening? So if you don't have this, then I would say that product management is a very tough job. You are going to always depend on someone else's input, and you will not be able to understand why. And you are just taking decisions because you are in a position and you are supposed to take decisions. So that should not be the case. So you always take decisions because you were curious and you know about it, and now you are in a position to take decision rather than simply relying on others to take decisions. The third important personality trait is about active listening. So I don't have to tell that how important it is. When you are not listening to somebody, how can you respond to them or problem solver? So this is not going to happen. When you are coming from software engineering background, I have always observed that people hardly listen. So there they will be solving some problem which is back of their mind when they are sitting in a meeting room or anywhere. So there will be something which is running in the back of their mind. So we have to come out of this habit of running something as a cron job in back of our mind, and we should always think about today, that point of time, and we should be always present when somebody is talking to us. So this is really important, and this is how you can solve someone's problem. When you listen carefully, that is when you will understand what is the problem happening over there. But if you are in a meeting, or if you are in a customer meeting and if you are not paying attention, then definitely you are going to miss something which is really important. Now let's go to the fourth point, which is about a visionary thing. So until now you are a software engineer, and you don't have a vision kind of thing that you ever have done for a product, or for a feature or something like that. So now you are suddenly asked to be a visionary. So how can you turn yourself into a visionary? So let me take you the next thing, which is about visionary. How can you be visionary when you just came out of software engineering background, and until now you are listening to somebody, and you are just following the instructions, but now as you enter into product management, you are asked to drive vision or come up with a vision and roadmap for certain products. So this is very important to understand this, that you are taking a paradigm shift from software engineer to product owner or product manager. So you have to think in these lines, 5 years or 10 years from now. So that completely comes from the industry trends which have already happened, and the future of that industry. So you have to understand all of this and come up with a broader vision for a product. I would request you that you take personal cues from your own life, and see how you have done that visionary thing of your career or vacation, or the finances that you have now. So how you have built those visions. So adopt same principles for a product or platform, and definitely you can be a visionary. So only thing that you should understand is how this market, or how this product future would look like. So if you keep on looking at the trends from the past and into the future, that's when you can become a visionary on the product or platform. The fifth thing is about being creative. So I always hear that managers or anybody who comes to you as a leader, first thing that they would tell is be a creative guy. Uh, Being creative is not something that comes naturally. When you love something, then it will happen naturally. So you have to fall in love with your product or platform or the job that you are doing. So then the solutions that you provide will be really creative. Creative thinking may come naturally to few people, but that doesn't mean that you cannot build it. I don't believe in the concept called as naturally having. But what I would say is we are missing that mental model in us, and we can slowly build that if we follow these people who are in creative field and how they think. And next thing is about being confident. So definitely you are a leader, and you just moved on to product management or product manager, because you are taking decisions backed by data, and if you are not confident, nobody will be confident in the team. Since you are leading a product, then whatever decisions you make, you should be fully confident, and the way you carry yourself also has to be confident, because you are dealing with customers, and your product is nothing but you. So you have to look and present yourself as a confident person, otherwise it is going to impact your product or platform. So if you have self doubts, that means the product has self doubts. So that is why you have to be really confident and conscious when you are in front of a customer or any other stakeholders. If you are not confident, then nobody will be confident in that room. So whatever decisions you have to take those decisions backed by data, and be really confident. And the next thing is about collaboration. So in this collaboration, what I wanted to tell you is you cannot do every job by yourself. You may be confident in doing one or two, but not all. And the greatest minds are there to help you to perform your job better. So only thing that you have to do is leverage their potential and drive your product vision, because you are one person, and a product cannot be a one person show. You cannot multiply your time or effort because they are limited resources. So definitely you have to collaborate with people, and the more you learn how to collaborate effectively, the more the product will be successful. So the next thing is about being adaptive. So adaptability is something very key because the world is not perfect and you never get a perfect solution. Don't wait for perfect things. So start with something and gradually you adapt your product and yourself to a new situation with new learnings. So definitely you should not wait for perfect solution or perfect answer for a question, but you can give always a try and adapt to a new situation. You should always think that this world is not perfect and the solution that you are going may not be perfect, but you can mature the solution in the further releases because there is no end for product life. So it is a continuous evolving live thing. So you can adapt to new situation and you can help product evolve. So rather looking for a perfect product, you can try something onto product and understand the consumer behaviors and then you adapt to a new situation and new learning. The next most important thing is about being persuasive. So what does it mean? Because you are a product manager and you don't have any authority on your team and you still have to deliver value and product vision. So only thing that you can do is persuade people that this is a fantastic vision or value that we are going to providing to customer, and you help them understand the value and the impact that they are making into product. So only then you are going to drive the force in them and help them deliver the value. So normally people have their own interests and aligning their interest to product interests is a very difficult thing, and you have to always keep on persuading somebody that okay, your interests are there but the data says so and you have to do things in this direction, otherwise you cannot build a successful product. The 10th thing that you should have is being detail oriented. What does it mean? Because you deal with customers and data and stakeholders. There are multiple cases where you have to instruct them in a detailed fashion or absorb the data into a detailed fashion. Otherwise, you are going to miss something. Consider that you are organizing an event. The more you get into details, the more it will be successful. So that is why the success of a product or the success of any task depends on the detail level that you have gone. So the understanding and comprehension and delivery, everything depends on the level of depth that you have gone in understanding them. So if you have not gone into details, that you just have taken an abstract view and acting upon it, then definitely it will not be giving great results. So that's why whenever you are understanding something, try understanding it in three more steps deeper than that you think that you have understood. Ask why. Maybe that's when you will find actual reason. This could be a new finding that you would have when you ask at least 3 to 4 why questions on top of your understanding. So being detail oriented is really helpful and do practice to be a detail oriented person. The next important thing is about being decisive. So lot of times team comes with data and they give option 1, 2, 3, and with a given situation you should consider any one option and you should be decisive on that. You cannot hang your decisions saying that okay, I cannot take decision because the data is not there, and you should not be afraid to take decisions because decisions are something that you will be taking day in day out. So it is for customer or it is for yourself or it is for team, you are supposed to take decisions. So without taking decisions you might be probably wasting the resources because without your decision people will not take action. So since you are in a leadership role as a product manager or a product leader, you have to take quick decisions backed by data. The decisions can go wrong, but not taking decision is going to have higher impact. And decisions going wrong is still fine because you will have some learnings. So rather not taking decisions, please take decisions. The next most important thing is being resilient. So what does it mean? So resilient is something like when something adverse happen and you can recover from there. So what kind of adversities that you can expect? Like you have taken a decision, background data, and the results are not fine. So this is an adversity, right? So in these situations, you have to stay calm and you have to think about why it happened, and you should bounce back with the new learnings that you have, and you take new decision and you move on. It is not guaranteed that 100% whatever you do is going to be success. So there may be failures, and there may be reverse effects when you take some decisions, but don't stop moving forward. So in product, you always gain some knowledge and learn something, and you take decisions and you be resilient and move forward. So this is really important in life, and as a product manager, and it is also important for product as such. Like building a product which is resilient is also important. So understanding resilience is really key for your product success and as well as your success. The next most important thing is about result matters and being result oriented. Whatever efforts that you put, finally for management and customer, their success is really important. And they don't count on your efforts, but they count on the results that you have provided. So you can say that I am experimenting X, Y, Z, but it is not going to help your career if you are not result oriented. So being result oriented is really important. The next thing is about strategic thinking. So it is not something that you will be able to adapt easily. Strategic thinking is a complex thing if you don't know the core of it. So I would recommend you to understand this by a book called as Good Strategy, Bad Strategy. So in a product level, strategic thinking is really important to stay ahead of the competition. So that's why you have to build this skill, and you have to understand what is strategy in particular. So if you understand, the strategy has three core things. One is the coherent actions and the guiding principles and the objective itself. So if you understand this better, then you can be a good strategist. So hence I would recommend you to read Good Strategy and Bad Strategy book. That will build you to have a good strategic thinking. The last thing that I would say is about accountability. You have to differentiate between being responsible and accountable. So since you are making decisions, you have to own the outcome. Somebody who has listened to your instructions and they perform their duty is nothing but they have performed their responsibility. When you are a deciding factor, that's when you be accountable for your actions. So you cannot blame somebody who is responsible for the outcomes, because you have decided it and you have to be accountable for those actions. Accountability is a really important thing because leadership will believe in you when you are more accountable. So rather just being responsible, and when the products are failing or platforms are failing, you say that I'm just responsible for it and I don't take the outcomes on me. You have to define, derive success and be accountable on whatever it happens, either it is success or failure. Now we are at the end of the list, and now I wanted to tell you that there are 15 points that I have told you, and how can we do all of them. Definitely there will be mistakes in the beginning of it, but you can do well if you follow certain path that I am going to define now. Whatever you do from now on, do write a journal. It is going to help you in building this personality. Why is this important to write journal is when you write down on whatever things that you have taken, actions that you have done, and decisions that you have made, you are going to reflect upon it and you are going to act differently if you think that something had gone wrong. In the next situation, your mental model would have changed and you would behave differently in the given situation. So if you don't write this journal, you will never reflect upon it, and that's why you will not change that mental model. So as I keep on telling that personality building is about having that mental model, and if you think about having a good mental model, the point that you should do is always learn from what you have done in the past. How can you learn that from the past? By having active journal where you write down and you reflect upon it on every day's decisions and actions that you have taken. So if you do this consistently for about 90 days or 100 days, then it will become a practice, and every day you just have to think about it and reflect on yourself. You can build a better mental model for yourself and build a better personality for yourself in product management career. As a product manager, the decisions that you are going to take are very critical and important, and which utilizes a lot of resources. You cannot waste those resources. So that's why what I would say is be mindful about things and practice being mindful. Whatever that you are doing with respect to product or with yourself or stakeholders or customers, be mindful about it, and be in present and take decisions. So practicing mindfulness is really important. If you see any of the leaders, they'll be very mindful when they are doing something. Even when they are showing anger, they'll be mindful about it, and they will show anger in a certain percentage or level that they are supposed to show, but they will not show it beyond that. To practice being mindful in your life, and it will be really good for you and your product management career. Most important thing is join my Slack channel and get access to this slide number 5 and take a printout of this, or even from your phone you take this printout of the screenshot that is shown now, have it sticked to somewhere where you can see daily. So this should be a reminder on what you want to become next 100 days. Trust me, this is really going to help you to become a great product manager. Why I am so confident is because it is not about the subject or the best practices. It's all about the personality. When you have a certain personality, then you are going to do perform things effortlessly, and it comes very naturally to you. Thanks for watching till the end, and thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. Thank you so much.